business-driven product. But joining us now from Melbourne is M5 MD Matthew Wilson, and he's actually developed an app for the iPad to turn it into a phone. So tell us more about it.
Hi, Helen. Yes, look, here at M5 we do phones for businesses, and one of the things that our clients have been telling us is that they want to be able to work anywhere, anytime, and using any device. And so we saw the iPad as a fantastic platform to be able to deliver corporate phone system services via the iPad.
Okay, so how does it work? Take us through it.
So essentially we have an application that's running on the iPad that then integrates back into our service, allowing our customers to be able to make calls and receive calls, make conference calls via the iPad using their own caller ID and all the functionality of their corporate phone system.
Okay, so James made a good point before. He said if you already have an iPhone and your phone, are you really going to have an iPad and need to make phone calls? Is this somewhere we're lacking in the IT space with these tablet devices? Is it the next stage, or are we moving into shaky territory?
Well, I think the iPad just delivers a richer experience than some of the other devices can deliver. I mean, one of the things that we were amazed at when we started the development for the iPad is how fantastic a speakerphone it actually can be. It is a fantastic piece of hardware.
Matthew, would Apple mind you sort of going ahead and sort of taking a liberty like this and almost changing or adapting the functionality of one of their actual products? Because wouldn't they, if they wanted to make it into a phone, wouldn't they make it into a phone?
Well, but I think the application development is something that they're actually encouraging. And realistically, we're not trying to, we haven't developed a consumer product here. Really what we've done is look at our existing service, our system for delivering corporate phone systems through to businesses, and extended that to a new platform, the iPad.
Okay, so how secure is an iPad to make phone calls across? How can companies really utilise this technology and know that any secrets they might be saying are safe?
Well, one of the great things about the iPad platform is the inbuilt VPN client, so you can secure the communications back into your own network.
Okay, so that's using virtualization technology?
No, it's a secure encryption technology that's built directly into the iPad.
Okay, so do you think this is the natural next evolution for the iPad? Is this where these types of devices will go?
Absolutely. I mean, I think we're already seeing that application developers are now, or the next generation of application developers for the iPad iPhone platform are really focusing on business applications now.
And take us through costings. So businesses always want to know how much it's going to cost their bottom line. Is it going to be cheaper for them to hold conference calls and speak with their employees and their clients on this type of device? Are you looking, or is it going to be more expensive? How does it weigh up?
Well, look, you've got to buy the iPad, obviously, but realistically, no, calls do end up being cheaper, and the total cost to the organisation ends up being cheaper for two main reasons. One, when they're calling people internally, it doesn't cost them anything because they're just going over an internet connection to connect to their own people. And two, when they're making calls externally, they're using their corporate rates rather than, say, mobile phone rates to be able to deliver the calls.
Matthew, are you confident in the market, the size of the market out there for this sort of thing?
Look, absolutely. You know, as I said before, many of our clients have come back to us and said that they want to be empowering their mobile workers to be able to work anywhere, anytime, and with any device. And this for them is a clear and natural extension.
Okay, so if this is being driven by your customer demand, how many of your customers are you seeing actually have iPads deployed within the workplace? I mean, we didn't get one yet here at the Business Channel.
Yeah, I want an iPad.
Well, look, I think one of the things that you only have to do is walk around an airport lounge these days, and there's not a smattering of iPads around. They are actually all over the place. So yes, the iPad's out there in the wild from a business perspective, and realistically, it's a real platform to be able to deliver business applications over.
So do you just get this like you get any normal app where you go and buy it from the Apple Store, or how do you actually get the app onto your iPad and into your business?
Yeah, well, the reality is you need to have our phone system to be able to utilise the app. So it relies on the business putting in place our managed IP phone system, and the application is then just an extension of the corporate phone system.
Okay, fantastic. And what do you think is the next evolution? Where will you take it now?
Well, I'll be looking out for this next generation 7-inch iPad.
All right, Matthew Wilson, look, thanks very much for joining us on Tech Report.